I've never really, up until 14 years ago, been able to relate to this particular story. It was always just an intellectual exercise, okay, Jesus came and calmed the storm and asked Peter to come walk out on the water, and he couldn't make it, like, of course not, he couldn't make it. Move on, next thing. But now I have a really deep emotional connection to that story. Going back to 14 years ago when I had a back operation, long time issue. I'm glad I did it. It worked out fine. But when you wake up from a back operation, it's not pleasant. It's very unpleasant. And Demerol helps a lot, but they want to wean you off of that appropriately. And so you go time periods without it, and in between it, the pain comes back, and it becomes very unpleasant again. The next morning at the hospital, a priest came by in the morning, saw that I had put Catholic on the admission thing, and unfortunately I can't remember his name. And he came and had some back and forth, some pleasantries, and he asked if he could pray over me, and I'm sure. And I'll never forget. He reached down and put his hand on my arm and started praying, and within seconds, the pain was gone. Not like the edge off, not like better. It was gone. I was normal, and I couldn't believe it. I was amazed, and I was tearing, and my wife was looking at me like, "What's going on?" And I didn't want to interrupt anything, so we just kept going. And he finished the prayer, and had some back and forth again, and he excused himself and left. And at which point, I told my wife, the pain's gone. It's completely gone. I'm good. It was an amazing thing. I didn't know something like that could happen. And I was really feeling like, okay, we can leave now. I got this. And a few minutes later, though, it started coming back. And I was like, I really thought I had this, and now the pain's coming back. What's going on? And for whatever reason, I don't know why the association was made, but the story of Peter walking on the water and not making it, I guess that's why, came to mind. And at first, I was like, ye of little faith, that's why. And then it just occurred to me that, he couldn't make it. I'm in good company. So I'm, maybe it's not that bad. And the pain kind of leveled off at that point. It didn't get better again, but it didn't get any worse. And looking back on it, I realized what happened was, I thought I had it. It was, I was the one that was, probably I was thinking I was the one that making this happen, and not Jesus. And that was, and I think that's just human nature. You think you got it under control when you don't, and you really don't. And that's where it got messed up. But the bottom line is now that whenever we go have this gospel, it has a really deep emotional connection for me. And I dare say that I really think I have an idea what Peter must have felt like when he started sinking in the water.